Assalamualaikum and hello to Dr. Ibrahim. Welcome to our video of report summary for the Health Informatics Usability Testing Assignment. Today, our group will be presenting the highlights, findings, and core insights from our evaluation of 3 library portals. Before we dive into our data, let me introduce our team members and the specialized roles we held during this task. First, my name is Amanda Sofia with metric number 2510308 and I serve as the facilitator. My role was to moderate the session, brief the user using a structured prompt, and guide the post-task interview without interfering with the testing process. Next, we have Iftidamia with metric number 2515686 who act as our user. Their critical responsibility was to perform a real-time search while practicing the Think Aloud protocol, verbalizing every expectation and point of confusion. Then we have Daniel Ilham with metric number 2513383 as Observer 1. They focused exclusively on behavioral tracking, taking meticulous notes on user hesitation, misclicks, and task success rates. And finally, we have Nurul Shifa with metric number 2515874 as our Observer 2, and their focus was system-driven, analyzing interface layout, navigation clarity, and the intuitive design of the portals. Moving on to our objective, the main goal of this usability test was to evaluate, compare, and benchmark the library portals of IIUM, UM, and UKM. We specifically test how effectively these systems support a user in finding a critical health informatics textbook, identifying its call number, checking its real-time availability, and locating borrowing or reservation instructions. By analyzing this, we aim to pinpoint areas of design clarity as well as interface breakdowns across 4 key criteria, which is navigation clarity, information visibility, terminology consistency, and error recovery. Now I'll pass the floor to our observers and user to present our core highlights and findings.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Iftidamia binti Ahmad Syaifulizam. My metric number is 2515686. Now I will be presenting about the methodology we used in our previous usability finding tests. The methodology that we use consists of using 3 different library websites from 3 different universities. There is IIUM library, UM library, and also UKM library. Now this method is conducted to see the differences and similarities when conducting a usability finding test between these 3 websites. We've also utilized a Think Aloud method where the user is actively recalling what they are thinking when using these websites. And the user has been tasked to find a specific book title and also to view the call number or reference number, the availability, and also the borrowing instructions from each library, from each university. We've also utilized 2 observers to record the usability findings when the user is conducting the test. For example, the observers will take note of the difficulties or the errors that the user might encounter when they are using these 3 websites. And finally, there is also the post-task interview conducted by the facilitator to the user, asking questions regarding these 3 websites' usability, the navigation, the visibility of information throughout these 3 websites when searching for the specific book title.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Daniel bin Abdul Rahman, and I will explain about the user behavior highlights of user behavior highlight in these 3 website library, which is IIUM library, UM library, and UKM library. So basically, for the user illustrate the confusion in UM library only because the user cannot find the search bar to find the design related books, causes the user to hard to find the search bar and delay their search for the user to search their books. For the repeated attempts, basically UKM library there is no repeated attempt recorded along during the during the testing. However, for the IUN library, the repeated attempt of searching of the same book title is recorded due to the misspelling and the misspelling and the miswriting of the title book causes the result shows is not the user is not the what the user want to search. However, for the UM library, the repeated search of the book title also recorded along with the filter and the author dates, because the user cannot find the designated books causes the user to keep on filtering the author and dates. However, even though the repeated search and the repeated filter of author and date has been done, but they still cannot find their designated book that they want. For the completed task, only the IUM library and the UKM library indicates the completed task in user. The user can find the book they want, and also it shows the reference number and the availability in the library. However, for the UM library, not only the book cannot be found, the reference number and the availability also had not been shown in the during the testing, causes the confusion in the user whether the book is still available or not.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurul Shifa binti Muhammad Zakaria. My metric number is 2515874. I was assigned as Observer 2 during this usability testing session. Based on my observation, each library portal had its own strengths and weaknesses. So, firstly, the IIUM library portal. This portal provided a clean and organized interface with a clearly visible search function. The navigation was straightforward, allowing users to access important services and search for resources with minimal difficulty. The system also provided clear search results and book information, making it easier for users to locate the required materials. Secondly, the UM Library portal offered a comprehensive range of resources and detailed information. However, during the usability testing sessions, the user was unable to locate the required book. This may be influenced by the user's limited familiarity with the portal structure and search function, as first-time user may require more time to understand the available features. The large amount of content and multiple options available could also make navigation more challenging for inexperienced users. Lastly, the UKM library portal also provided a useful search tool and access to library resources. The homepage was structured around several search systems and resource categories. While these features were helpful, some users might need additional time to understand which search option will be more suitable for their task. To summarize our finding, I prepared a comparison table that evaluated the three website-based interface design, search function visibility, and navigation. The comparison showed that IIUM and UKM Library Portal were able to support the book searching task successfully, while UM Library showed some difficulty during the task. However, these differences may be influenced by both the portal design and users' familiarity with the system. This finding highlighted variation in interface simplicity, navigation efficiency, and overall user friendliness among the three library portals. Overall, this usability testing highlighted the importance of effectiveness interface design in helping users locate information quickly and efficiently. This finding can be used to identify potential improvements that could further enhance the user experience of each library portal.